I have a friend who doesn't cry. Not at all. Not even once in all these years have I seen my friend cry. Yes, not even once. My friend is just like me. My age, we go to the same school. We've known each other since childhood. I cry. I cry very often. It's fine. I feel better. But my friend doesn't. What do you think has happened? Why do you think my friend doesn't cry? Make a wild guess. There are zero expressions of emotions on my friend's face. Just a smile. Sometimes a happy one. Sometimes a convincing one. And sometimes a not so convincing one. Do you think my friend is a very strong person? Well, yes, at times, and no, at times. So let me share an incident with you. A few weeks ago, when we were playing together, my friend fell and got hurt, was bleeding, was in pain, but still didn't cry. And I got worried because if I was in my friend's place, I was sure I would have cried. Come on, it hurts. So I asked my friend, why is it that you don't cry? Why is it that we don't see any emotions on your face? My friend sadly replied, you won't understand because you're not a boy. He spoke a few lines of a famous song, Real Men Don't Cry by Breland. Got some sides you'll never know, things I handle on my own. Show the highs and hide the lows. That's just how it goes. Yeah, my friend is a boy. I asked him, what is it that I wouldn't understand? He said, I'm a man. I'm not supposed to cry. You see, men don't cry. I ask all of you, are there separate sets of emotions for men and women? Not that I know of. Am I missing something? This brings me to my topic of the talk today, men and mental health, and how men think or are forced to think that these two words, men and mental health, don't go well together. Let's get back to my friend. So I asked him about the not supposed to cry thing. What he told me is a household story. Ever since he was a child, he was ingrained not to cry because boys don't cry. Why? Don't they have emotions? Don't they feel pain? Don't they get hurt? How on earth is our pain different from theirs? Why is a girl's pain so intense while a boy's pain is supposed to be ignored? So at last, he accepted the fact that he is not supposed to cry. He's not. 4 out of 7 Indians are affected by mental health issues. But when it comes to mental health for men, the situation gets even more grave as men's mental health issues are largely undocumented and unreported, which means that men rarely seek treatment for mental health issues. Tell me one thing. We all have fathers, brothers, and husbands. But how many of us actually sit to wipe their tears? Come on, how many of you? They may have a million things on their mind, but they smile and say, I'm doing fine. And they keep it all inside because men don't cry. Don't men suffer from depression, anxiety, and other issues? Yes, they do, but rarely are they given the space or the sensitivity to talk about it. The cultural expectations for them is to be strong, alpha, and unrelenting. This puts undue pressure on them to have it together at all times, which you and I both know is not possible. It's not. Society and culture, in fact, are the main culprit that forces men to hide their emotions and weakness. We all know a lot of men, right? But how many of us know any man or any male going to seek therapy or visiting a psychiatrist or undergoing treatment for mental health issues? Think about it. Rarely any. Our society has always portrayed men as a stronger gender, one who is physically strong, doesn't cry, and is emotionally stronger. This myth not only makes men weaker, but also pressurizes them to succumb to live up to the ideals of society. I'm pretty sure you all must have noticed mood swings in all the males around you. All of a sudden, they get angry for little things that may not have any meaning at all. Why is that? That is nothing but suppressions of emotions trying to break free in some way or the other, leading to various mental health concerns such as anxiety, depression, substance consumption, amongst others, which often leads to various interpersonal and psychological difficulties such as social withdrawal, difficulties in relationship, and difficulties at work, low self-esteem, etc. As reported by National Institute of Mental Health, men have a higher tendency to turn to substance abuse and become aggressive and depressed. Depression and suicide are ranked as a leading cause of death among men. Mental health has gained momentum in becoming a silent killer. We all will agree how suffocating it is to live under a stigma, which can be complex and prevalent. In this case, mental health is an umbrella term that includes social stigma, self stigma, professional stigma, and cultural stigma. Everyone expresses their emotions in one way or the other. Okay, so now there are two ways to do that. Either you talk it out or you take it out. Now, as a lovely society doesn't allow men to talk it out, they take it out on people around them, people they love and care the most about, people they would never want to hurt, not intentionally, but they still do it, which broadens the path leading to their mental well being. I'm a woman and I would love to have a son someday. But you know what he would be like? Very different from society. I'll teach him to share his problems with me, tell me what's wrong with his life, teach him to express, to talk, tell him it's all right if he wants to cry. I'd love to have him cry in front of me. I'll tell him to act like a human, not a man. By paying attention to this one issue, we'll be working towards so many others: domestic violence, physical abuse, substance abuse, and the list goes on. It's time we wake up. It's time we pay attention to their mental well being. It's time we show our sensitivity to their emotional needs. Thank you.